Hello guys, welcome to the YouTube channel of SLN College Videos. Myself Nandakishore JN. Today we are here to discuss about the subject banking operations and innovations. Under banking operations and innovations, in the first unit we have two sections which is divided into two sections. The first section is banker and customer relationship, and in the second section we have customer and account holder. Today we are discussing the first unit's section 1, banker and customer relationship. Under banker and customer relationship we have to know certain terminologies. First, meaning of bank and banker. What is the meaning of bank and bankers? First, what is a bank? A bank is a financial institution where customers can save or borrow money. It is a type of institutions which runs on the financial matter where customers means the persons can save or borrow money from the bank. Banks also lend money to the customers in the form of loans under an agreement to pay the money back to the bank at a fixed time with interest. Banks gives us money in the form of loans which forms an agreement between the bank and us that bank gives us money and we will pay back the money to the bank at a fixed time period with certain amount of interest. This is the meaning of bank. Next, what is the meaning of banker? Banker refers to a person who carries on the business of banking and provides the service of a bank. Banker is nothing but a person who works in a bank or a person who carries on the business of bank. He provides the service, all the terms and services of a bank. Next, definition of bank and banker. First we have learned the meanings of bank and banker, but as per Banking Regulation Act of 1949 we have certain definitions for bank and banker. Now what is a bank definition? As per section 5 subsection C of Banking Regulation Act of 1949, this is the act of Banking Regulation Act 1949. It was first came to force in 1949. Under banking means the accepting for the purpose of lending or investment of deposits of money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawable by check, draft, order or otherwise. Banking is nothing but it accepts money from us for the purpose of lending or investments. It gives the money, it invests the money in other public of deposits of money from the public, and repayable on demand. That means if we need the money from the bank, then it repays us back the money, and withdrawable by check, draft, order or otherwise. That means money can be taken back from the bank in the form of checks, drafts and many other things like credit card, debit card, etc. Next, what is the definition of banker? As per section 5 subsection C of Banking Regulation Act 1949, banker is a person who undertakes the business of banking. As the meaning and definition is same for this, banker is a person who undertakes the business of banking. Next, what is a customer? According to Sir John Paget, customer is one who dealing with regular banking business and has an account. Sir John Paget is an English author and a barrister in England. He gave the definition of customer as customer is one who dealing with regular banking business and has an account. He deals with the bank with regular transactions or banking businesses and has an account in his name in the bank, then that person will be called as a customer. There are two types of relationship between the banker and the customer. First one is general relationship and second one is special relationship. Now what is under general relationship? We have two types. First one is primary and second one is secondary relationship. Under primary relationship we have 3 points. First, creditor must demand payment. 2, proper place and time of payment. Third one is demand must be made in proper form. These are the 3 points which comes under the primary relationship. Next, under secondary relationship we have different types of relationship between bankers and customers. The first one is agent and principal. Second one is trustee and beneficiary. Third one is bailee and bailer. Fourth one is leaser and leasee. Fifth one is guarantor and guarantee. These are the points which comes under secondary relationship. Now first we can go to the primary relationship. First one, creditor must demand payment. The banker is a debtor and customer is a creditor. Demand is necessary from the customer in case of commercial transaction. Creditor must demand payment. As the name suggests, creditor is nothing but the person who needs money. That means who is in need of money. Banker gives the money to us, so bank is called as a debtor, and customers receive the money or needs the money, therefore customers are called as creditors. The customers must demand the necessary commercial transaction between the banker and the customer. That means demand is necessary from the customer in case of commercial transactions. In the case of commercial transactions, the customers must demand payment from the debtors. That is the first point. Second, proper place and time of demand. The demand by the creditor must be made at proper place and time in working hours or business hours like presenting check. Here nothing but we must make the demand in the proper place, that is in the bank, and the time of demand must be between the working hours. This is the primary relationship between the banker and the customer. Proper place and time of demand. He must make the demand at the proper place and time, like demands like presenting checks, etc. Next, third point is demand must be made in proper form. The demand must be made by customer in prescribed form as required by bank by filling check, challan, etc. for payment and withdrawal. We cannot go and ask the bank to give money as we need. It must be in a prescribed form. That means it must be in a filled and returned form, like filling the checks, challan, etc. Check, we must fill the check and give to the bank, then the bank will give the money to us. Next, these are the primary relationship between the banker and the customer. Next, we can go to the secondary relationship. Secondary relationship, under that we have the first one is agent and principal. A banker acts as an agent of his customer, performing number of agency functions for his customers. Here the banker is the agent for the customers, performing number of functions. That means he may perform many functions like purchasing and selling of securities. The securities which are given by us to the banks will be purchased by the banks or sold out by the banks. These are the functions made by the banker as an agent of their customers. Next, the second point is collection of income. The income which is gained by the customers will be collected. Next, making periodic payments as instructed by customers. If we instruct them that this much of amount must be paid on this date particularly, then the banks will take care of this all the transactions and they make their periodic payments as instructed by the customers. Next, collection of interest and dividends. They collect the interest and dividends. If we take any type of loans, they have the relationship from us as taking the interest from us and dividends from us. Next, collecting checks drafts of the customers. If we need money, they act or they perform functions like they collect the checks from us or drafts from us, and we can withdraw the money from the banks or from our accounts. Next, trustee and beneficiary. Second point. When banker accepts securities and valuables for safe custody, the banker assumes the role of trustee. If we keep any type of securities or valuable things in a safe custody of bank, then banker is called as the trustee and we are the beneficiary. First, what is a trustee? Trustee is one who holds the property for the benefit of somebody else, and the profit from those property belongs to the beneficiary. For an example, I kept 1 kg of gold in the securities of banks. The banks gives us interest for the security purpose. So the banks are called as trustee and they are holding our property with we have the benefits, and the profit from those property belongs to the beneficiaries. Under this, banker acquires the position of the trustee and the customer acquires the position of the beneficiary. As said before, banker acquires the position of trustee. He is the trustee and customer is the beneficiary. Next, third one, bailee and bailer. Bailment is delivery of goods by one person to another person for some purpose upon a contract. If we make a contract between us and any other person, if that person delivers the goods to us, then this process is called as bailment. The person who delivers the goods is called as bailer and the person to whom it is delivered is called as bailee. For example, A delivers 100 kgs of oil to B, then A is called, because A is delivering the goods, so A is called bailer and B is called the bailee. Hence, the banker acts as bailee and the customer acts as bailee. In terms of banking, we can take an example that I delivered my goods, that means my custody of safe custody things to the bank for keeping it in a safe custody. So, I am the bailer, banker is the bailee. Next, fourth one, leaser and leasee. On hiring lockers from the bank, banker becomes the leaser and the customer becomes the leasee. If we hire a locker from the bank, locker is nothing but safe custody, etc. Anything we can say on it. If we hire a locker from the bank, then banker is called the leaser. He gives the lease of lockers to us and we are the leasee to them. Next, fifth one, guarantee and guarantor. A bank as guarantor gives guarantee to its customers by using letter of credit. It is a kind of credit facility to the customers to facilitate international trade. A banker acts as a guarantor and gives guarantee to their customers by using letter of credit. By using the letter of credit, banker gives it a guarantee, particular guarantee to their customer. Then banker is the guarantor and guarantee will be given to the customers. It is a kind of credit facility to the customers to facilitate international trade. If we want to facilitate any international trades, this guarantee given by the bankers acts as a credit facility to the customers. Thank you. We can discuss about the special relationship in the next class.